And as it says on the thing in the back, we are live. Hello, lovely people. I was about to say it's Tuesday. It's not Tuesday. It's Monday, October the 5th, my birthday. Welcome to Let's Play Monday, Untold Adventures Await special. We are going to be playing that in a short while. I'm having some, let's call it technical difficulties with Tabletopia. Let's put it that way. Like it's working, I think. I mean, you can see there, but I keep on getting this out of memory failed to start game thing. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, yeah, it's Monday. It's the weekend is gone. I'm just going to reload that thing in the background, and hopefully it will fix itself up. We'll see how it goes. If you are joining us live, thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed to Yos. Bless you for your birthday wishes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hereby, by the way, reserve the right to, at some point, make this happen. Because I'm in the house on my own today, and I'm expecting a birthday present to arrive in the mail. Well, I expect it to arrive from Amazon at some point shortly. So yeah, and I can't exactly trust the cats to go down and pick it up for me because, you know, A, they can't open the door because they haven't got opposable thumbs, and B, they would probably just, you know, scratch the heck out of it anyway. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Also, hello to Raymond. I apologize for reminding you about the fact that it's Monday and the weekend is gone, but it does mean another weekend is coming soon, which is all good. And thank you for the birthday wishes as well. It's much appreciated. I should also do a quick plug, and I will do a plug for this later on as well. Where is my downloads thing? Because I need to share a thing. I need to plug it, or else Emma at the office is going to kick me in my butt. Let me bring up my Finder and all that good stuff. And is that the one I'm looking for? That's the one I'm looking for. Okay, so if I double click that, bing. Of course, you all can't see what's going on in the background because I am just doing weird stuff. So if I do application window and I click this, and then I can hit share. Like that. There you go. So yeah, we're giving away 5 copies of Untold Adventures Await, and you can get one for free. All you need to do is just head over to a link, which I'm super prepared, as you can tell. A link which is around here somewhere. We'll put it in the chat. Good boy. So we'll go out to the chat on Twitch and Facebook and YouTube and all that good stuff. Assuming, of course, I can find it. There you go. Got it. Bump, 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 bump. Copy link. Link for Untold. I'm so good at typing. Give away. Boom. Okay, so I'm hoping that'll go through. If it doesn't, well, it's on our Twitter and all that good stuff, which you can find at We Are Hub Games. It's also on Facebook, and it's also on Instagram as well, because I remembered for once to put it on there. All right. Who else is in the chat? The wonderful and lovely Ken. Apparently I deserve a kick in the butt. Rude. That's quite mean, especially after he beat me at playing Seven Wonders Duel last time we played it, so that was not great. Thank you so much. We have the wonderful Lisbeth. Hello, Lisbeth. We miss you as well. And again, thank you for your birthday wishes. Oh, God, we're down as talk shows and podcasts again on Twitch. Okay, I am going to go and fix that, Ross. I promise you. I was having problems logging in with it as well earlier, so that was why it has not been updated. But I'm going to write it on a piece of paper right now. Twitch, change, category. couldn't remember the how to spell category for a second. I'm pretty sure it's C-A-T-E, not C-A-T-A, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Cool. All right, shall we get this extravaganza on the road? Did that link not go through? Let me try one more time. Ding. Send me to Facebook. There you go. That's that done. Okay. Let me try it on YouTube. Maybe I just have to do them individually, as opposed to sending it out to all things at the same time. And then we'll send it out to Twitch as well. All right, cool. It seems to have worked. Yay. That's all good. Cracking. Excuse me. I have got a drink, not tea today. I'm on the Monster. I've not eaten much, so my brain is kind of racing, so we'll see how it goes. All right. Okay, I'll hit the magic button. We'll do the countdown. Remember, this is probably going to be quite loud, and yeah, I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Bye. All right, let the magic happen. Untold, adventures await. Share. There you go. Look at that. Such majestic beauty. The first sort of big project we worked on at Hub Games. How delightful it was as well. All right, so for those of you who are unaware, there may be a few of you. Hub Games was born of the Creativity Hub, who are the makers, of course, of Rory's Story Cubes. Rory and Anita are the owners over at Hub, and I am their vassal, I guess. And today we are going to play the role-playing game, because it is a role-playing game. Let's put it out there. The Story Cubes was entirely built around. So it's like we designed all of the expansions before the actual game came out, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And this is Untold Adventures Await, still one of my favorite pieces of art that we did. You know, we've done it the whole time at Hub Games. I love this sort of anything goes, everything is happening loveliness all across the board. So the way it works is Untold plays out over the course of a series, but it's like an actual series, or if you're in America, a season of TV shows. So you are basically the heroes in a TV show of your own creation, and it's literally you build it from the ground up. Everything is entirely down to the players. It is not DM driven. The game handles all of the stuff on your behalf, and the many and various things that you see in front of you are all the things that you're going to get in the actual game itself. Now, I do not Hello? Are we alive? I think we're back. If folks are watching on the stream, please let me know if everything is okay or if the world has ended. You never know. We could be lucky. So let me hit the magic buttons again, see if things are up and running. Hey! Raymond, thank you very much for letting me know that I am indeed alive and everything. Yeah, our internet died. Great, fantastic. Which is not wonderful, but hopefully it will continue to be stable. And I will say on our Twitter feed that we're actually back up and running again. Okay, we're live again. Looks like a little glitch. I've often been called a little glitch, but there you go. Such is life. Yeah, Oliver, you just arrived at the right time, considering that the internet here at Hub Games Outpost 3 is apparently a bit flaky. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, Ken, I could have been replaced by a robot. You never know. And you'll never tell. Well, actually, you will be able to tell. My gaming ability will increase exponentially, and you know, it's all good. It's all good. All right, going to try this again. The screen has loaded in behind again, I think. I'll do some zooming in to make sure that our Untold feed is good, and it is. All right. Application window. Bump. And bump. All right, so now, again, hopefully, you should be able to see the Untold stuff that is in front of you. So yeah, like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by the internet, Untold is a game where you are the heroes of a story of your own creation. Think of it basically as a DM-less role-playing game. And we are going to be doing an episode of a TV series of our own creation. So you folks, hopefully, please, are going to help me by answering some questions, and then I will be able to put them into our episode guide. Rude. 0 to the power of 2. So I'm going to put them into our episode guide, which I've got here off screen on a little sticky note on my screen. Like a virtual sticky note, you know what I'm on about. And we'll then work through a story together. So I'm going to give you a bit of a tour of everything you can see in front of you. And yeah, as Oliver says in the chat, there is a competition for the game. Right now, it's on our Twitter, it's on our Facebook, it's on our Instagram. You can go and check it out right now. So please go do so, because I would like to give people some copies of this game. So let's do a bit of a tour. First of all, every player is going to have their own individual player board that looks like this. The entire game is icon driven. And if I sort of like go top down like so, you will see that we've got a bunch of tokens, we've got a special card here, and then all of the icons that you'll find in the game are on this sort of little stack to the left. Tokens here, each player gets 4 of them, mainly for use in the multiplayer game. But when you're playing solo, you can set them up if you want to, just to sort of like give yourself a little bit of extra stuff on the board. You get 2 tokens to add ideas. So basically, you can propose an idea to somebody else and say, "Hey, I really like what you're doing there." And then it's like the classic improv thing. We've also got a flashback token. Sorry, I'll just show what these are. So that's the idea one. This is the flashback token. So this is where you can go back into history. So way back before the story actually happens, you can lay a bit of groundwork and expand the universe that you're working in. We've also got the sort of like flip token, the modify, I think we called it in the end. But it basically lets you take any one of the story cubes that we've got in front of you and re-roll them. Re-roll or select one that you want to flip it to a different side. So if there's an image that you particularly want to use, this is the way that you would go about sort of like hunting it down, and you're all cool. All right, so Next thing to note, of course, there are, as is pretty obvious here, 9 story cubes. This is the basic set, the first set that was ever released, with 9 cubes, 6 sides on each one. Surprising, they're cubes. So that is 54 different icons that you can see all around here. And if I roll them like that, like so, you'll be able to see the sort of like different images you've got there. And they're nice, they're open, they can be very, very inspiring. So no matter what sort of theme of a story we're going to tell, they can also like be used in many, 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 many different ways. You can be spectacularly obvious and say that this one, for example, is a bridge. Or you could say that somebody is getting over a problem, or you could have the water that's running underneath the bridge. That could be the thing that you're talking about. Okay, next thing. This is the central board. That's going to be the sort of main driver of our game. There are 5 separate scenes that always go in the same order. So we always start with the dangerous dilemma, and then we always end up on a final showdown. But in the game, there's actually 6 different tiles for each one of these 5 scenes, which means that there are thousands and thousands of different potential setups for how the scenes can potentially go. Underneath each scene are question tokens and action tokens. Every time you want to find out a little bit more about the world in which you find yourself in, you can take one of these question tokens, and then you will ask a question of the game and roll any remaining story cubes. You'll find out what that means, to get an answer, and you can use up to 3 of them to get your response. Next to that, the action tokens are every time you're going to do something in the game, every time you have an impact on the situation that's actually happening, you'll take one of those, you state what you're going to do, and you're going to flip one of these outcome cards at the top, which will either be red or green, positive or negative. Flip that other way around, and there might be a modifying text on there that says, hey, you're gonna, something weird has happened. If there is a modifying text, then a reaction will happen, which is loads of faces, and you'll see them in a minute when we actually start doing some stuff. For now, though, let's have a quick look back in as the chat. Everybody, it seems, has returned, which is fantastic. Yeah, Oliver, they do use the official Rory story cubes, so you can just get any sets of story cubes that you potentially have and plug them into this. So we might do another run through on this at some point in the near future, but as we get closer to Halloween, we can do a spooky set, which would be absolutely lovely. Oh, Emma's there. Hello, Emma. Thank you very much indeed. Should you not be working? I would assume so. We're going to kick off our extravaganza. So the first question that I need to ask you all is, well, we're going to set up the episode. We're going to work out what the whole thing is about. So as I am the birthday boy, I would like to propose that we are going to do I'm going to be super nerdy about it. We're going to do a sci-fi story. Oh yeah, sorry, Jos mentions that the rules for horror play, that one, that's the one we're looking for. The rules for horror themed play are on Board Game Geek. Yes, they are. They were written up by the lovely John, co-designer of the game. And thank you, Oliver. Much appreciated. So yeah, as the birthday boy, we're going sci-fi, baby. So it is a science fiction extravaganza. This could be really, really sort of like light and humorous. It can go all the way over to sort of like dark and gloomy, high sort of sci-fi, sort of like The Expanse and further on than that. But I'd sooner keep it light, to be honest, because my brain is having a day. So we'll see how that goes. So questions we need to ask. What is the tone of the episode? I'm going to say that it is like a light sci-fi adventure. Sci-fi adventure. And goodness, y'all can't see me typing because my spelling has gone to heck. It could be a little bit comedic. It could be a little bit fun. That's hopefully what we are going to be up for. But what I would like y'all to tell me is when does this episode take place? Are we going to go for present day sci-fi? Are we going to go for the future? Are we going to go for the far future? You can give me an era. You can give me a date. Heck, if you wanted to, we could go into the past. That would also be entirely doable. First person to pop something up onto the chat telling me whether we're going to go past, present, or future. Oh, we have a thing. We have a thing. Oliver says, the far future after the singularity. Cool. All right, I'm taking that. I will like that. So the singularity, of course, means that we now have sort of sentience. Come back here, computer. There you go. So we have AIs that are sentient and, to be honest, are probably a lot better than us as humans. Okay, so when does it take place? The far future. After the can't spell again, singularity. Cool. All right. Where does it take place? Are we on Earth? Are we still chained here to this ball of rock falling around the galaxies and everything like that? Or does it take place somewhere else? We could literally do anything and anywhere. It could be a space station. It could be a planet in our system. It could be a future far-flung planet somewhere way out across the galaxies. The choice, again, is yours. Yos is giving us a suggestion of on a spaceship. Okay, cool. If y'all can give me a bit more than on a spaceship. Let us see. I will write that down because I like on a spaceship. What kind of spaceship? Is it a big exploring ship like you'd find in something like Voyager, for example, like Star Trek Voyager? Is it something a little bit more nimble? Is it, maybe something like out of Firefly? Maybe not exactly on the right side of the law, but we'll see how it goes. Or is it just a huge generation ship going out across the galaxies trying to find a new place for us to live? We shall see when things pop up in the chat. Ken suggested virtual reality. We could put a virtual reality component into there, I guess. That could be pretty cool. That could be interesting. We'll see how that one rolls. A transport carrier. Or a civilian cruise ship to explore Alpha Centauri. Or a transport carrier. Okay. Oliver suggests we're going to go with yours. So yeah, we're going to go for a transport carrier, which sounds good. That sounds like Steph has actually returned. So, Steph. Probably in the kitchen, can't hear me. So yeah, I don't have to worry about running late. So, we'll see how it goes. Abby and Joe, Emma's lovely kids, say a UFO. I don't want to be on a UFO, but maybe we're going to meet one. Let's see how that goes. I'm going to keep that in mind. We're going to go for the transport carrier option, I think, and we'll find out what we're transporting as we play the game. All right, so last thing I need now is what do we know about the setting? We need to know a little bit more about the universe, literally, that we find ourselves in. Is it a time of peace? Is it a time of something darker? Are there aliens? Have we discovered life on other planets? If we have, what are they like? Are they friendly? Are they unfriendly? We shall see when things pop through into the chat. But yeah, I would like to know from y'all, is this a peaceful time? Are things on Earth good? Are things on Earth bad? We're basically trying to put together a skeletal bunch of ideas to work within. And that will then give us sort of the launching point for our entire story. And by the way, if you hear any weird noises in the background, that's the boiler. We have discovered that it is can be a little bit loud. Very exciting. I hear a Steph. Steph?
Yeah?
Hello.
Hello.
Has presents arrived?
One of them, yes.
Okay. One has arrived. The other one is due here shortly, apparently.
That's what it, yeah, they just got here.
Oh. Okay, cool. There's another one on the table then, so that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Go get them later. So that'll be all good. Okay. Right, we'll close the door though so I'm not disturbing you. Bye, Dee Dee. Boom, we're back. All right. What do we know about the setting? Okay, I would like it to be, let's sort of go for that hopeful Star Trek kind of vibe. So it's positive most of the time. Earth is good. We've managed to sort out a few of our sort of problems and issues. A lot of our problems and issues. All of our problems and issues. So yeah, let's go for that Star Trek positive vibe. Humanity sort of like reaching out into stars, trying to sort of like put their feet down on new places. Oliver suggested we've established a Moon and a Mars base. That's cool, because that could be like the nice. That can be like the nice sort of launching point for our first steps into the stars. So yeah, that'll work. I like that. So humanity reaching into the stars from their Moon and Mars bases. Nice. Okay, so we've got light sci-fi adventure, set on a transport cruiser, transport carrier. Put the right words in there. Set in the far, far future after the singularity. And it's got that sort of like positive-ish Star Trek vibe. Humanity sort of like taking their first tentative steps out into the stars. Cool. All right. Let's bring back our page there. So now, with that in mind, we are going to need a name for the show. And I'm not going to get involved on this one. I will take suggestions from the from chat, and we'll see what pops up. But yeah, think about the setting, the scenario that we find ourselves in, and we'll go from there. Meanwhile, I am going to put myself in the game. I'm going to make my character up, and to make a character, I need three things. I need a name, I need a job or a role that I play in this universe, and I need to know what compels me to go on adventures. So am I going to go down the sort of like the Captain Tight Pants, Mal Reynolds vibe from Firefly? Who or what am I going to play? Maybe I'll play something completely different. Okay, how about this for a suggestion? Well, Bob is a good name that we've got from chat, but I think rather than playing a human character, why don't we play a robot? What sort of things could our AI robot do? What could their sort of like their role be? I'm not doing pro wrestler, Jos. I'm not doing a pro wrestler at all. I do like this idea though. You could be the ship's AI system. Maybe yeah, if we go for sort of like that that thing that what was it in the Halo series, Cortana. So like they're the AI that runs the ship, but they also sort of like have a sort of like a vaguely physical thing. We could have like a physical form that can actually wander around the ship and do stuff. So yeah, we can be the ship's AI system, and we control everything. Ken, thank you for being super helpful. You can have an avatar or two that interacts with the crew. That's a nice actual concept. That's pretty cool. So yeah, and it'd be like really confusing when they've actually got like 2 or 3 inhabited avatars, and they're just sort of like having an argument with themselves. All right. So I am Bob. I'm going to need to make Bob stand for something. So it'll be like B-O-B, like the awesome hip hop band. B.O.B.? No, B.O.B. was a tune by Outkast. Bombs over Baghdad. Very good one. So the job role is, I would really like it if Tabletopia just stopped going all over the place. And Ken, we are not going to become Marvin the paranoid android, I promise you. We're a good AI. Unaffected by sadness and misery. So ships, AI system. What compels me to go on adventures is the third and final question to ask. I'm going to say, you know, it's as sort of like an AI from like the newly sort of formed singularity. Lots of AI are okay, sort of like staying on home base. You know, they're okay staying on Moon or Mars, or they're okay staying on Earth. But maybe our character is a little bit more gung-ho, a bit more adventure-y. So, you know, they're looking for a little bit more excitement. So let's add that. So they're looking for a little bit more excitement than normal Earth life can give. So we're going to venture off into the stars, new planets, new civilizations. No, that's not been done. Some very weird suggestions coming through from Oliver. B.O.B. Basic onboard system, like that. Battery operated brain. Yeah, okay. As this is the first episode, I'm not going to work out what B.O.B. stands for until the very end, because hopefully something weird and wonderful will happen that will inspire us at the very, very end of it. So we'll see how it goes. I also need a couple of specials. So these are things that will help me navigate the universe that I'm in. They can be objects, they can be items. It has been requested by Emma's kids that they want the ship to shoot lasers. Maybe I could be a ship that conquers new worlds. I'm not a conqueror. I'm a lover, not a fighter. But I guess it would be useful to have some sort of, you know, defense system. So I'm going to put that on. So I'm going to call that the laser defense. Actually, I'm going to call that the laser array defense system, which we can then shorten that to LADS. Get the LADS. The laser array defense system is going to help us all. The lasers could help us protect us against asteroids. See how that goes. All right, this is going beautifully so far. And one other thing that we need, I am going to say that it's the body, like the avatar. So we're going to call that the avatar system. Nicole says, even the Enterprise has phasers and photon torpedoes. True. Make it an attack system. Then it would be LAS. We can always use the lasers if we need them in aggression. See how it goes, how our adventure kicks off. So the avatar system is just a way that I can put my brain into into sort of like an independent controlled body. And we'll be good to go. All right, blimey. After all that, actually, I say that after all that, we've just created an entire universe in which to make our, in which to make our adventures in less than 15 minutes, which is very, very cool indeed. And that's using the perils of the internet too. It's time to make it happen. All right, I have got my stuff up here. We have got our board ready to roll. Okay, first thing to do, now that we have our setting, we have our character. Good day, I am Bob, the ship's AI system. we're going to flip the first of our 5 scenes. Okay, so like I said earlier, everything in the game is icon driven. And this is the first scene that we're going to be working with. The top thing you see is at this location. The second thing is a threat. And then we have this icon down here at the bottom, is attacking someone or something. And that someone or something is attacking back. So it looks like you're going to get your wish that we are going straight in to a little bit of battle. Okay, so what we need to do, the moment you fire over a scene tile, you need to fill up any of the square spaces with some story cubes. So just going to get rid of the board down there. And yeah, like I said earlier, all the icons are here. So we've got the location, we've got the threat, we've got attack and something or someone. So let us take these dice. I'm going to hit the magic R button for roll, and we're going to see what we can see. All right. So we have a teepee, we have an abacus, we have a pyramid. Interesting. We have a sort of dark, shadowy demon thing. Airplane, fire, clock, scales, and the comedy and tragedy theatre faces. Okay, so we need a location first. Let us kick off. Where shall we go? How about, so we are, oh, we don't need to be on, that would be silly. Let's do this. And that tells us that the location is going to be a hot, burning place. So we are at a brand new star that we have just discovered. And we will call the star. Oh, Nicole says the pyramid makes you think of Stargate. True. I do like a bit of Stargate. It's a very, very good show. So yeah, we already know that we're on a starship. We already know that we're on like a big space vessel. So where is the vessel? Well, the vessel is orbiting a brand new star. So all we need to do is sort of like come up with a name for it, and we can use any of the other items here to inspire us, or we can just make it up off the top of our head. So I'm going to keep like written notes next to me. So we are currently in orbit around star. I've been watching Star and the Forces of Evil on Disney Plus. It's really good, but my brain is just sort of like stuck on that kind of star. Let us come up with a random name. We're going to call it Star XV11-Alpha. All right, so Star XV11-Alpha. And a threat is here. So we've just come across this new star. We have seen a threat. What is the threat? It can be anyone, inspired by any one of these. It could be a two-faced race of aliens. It could be some sort of like justice-seeking. Oh, maybe that'd be quite a good one. With the sort of like the scales of justice, it could be a law enforcement ship is attacking someone or something. I'm kind of liking that. So let's take that. And now these two cubes are locked. We cannot use them to roll in future. However, we can potentially use them later in different scenes by moving them on. All right, so now we know where we are. We're at Star XVI-Alpha, and there is a law ship. There is a law sort of like enforcement agency across the galaxy. Let's call them the Law Corps, which is a terrible name, but I will remember it because it rhymes and it's silly. So the Law Corps are currently attacking someone or something. What we need to do now is find out what on earth is going on. So I'm going to ask a question just to show you all how it's done. And any of the tokens that I'm going to use, I'm going to stick up here. So normally you track it by whoever asks a question or performs an action takes one of these tokens, puts it in front of them. If you are playing with more than one person, you can kind of keep it balanced by keeping track of who's got however many tokens in front of them. Of course, for the solo version of the game, keeping track of these isn't super necessary, but it does help you sort of like not get too much of the, to sort of like go too deep. You kind of want to keep things open and fresh as much as possible. Once we have done all of the actions, though, once all of these actions are gone, it will be time to move on to the next scene. All right, so what is the Law Corps ship attacking? Let's flip all of these up in the air, and we'll see what we have got. Okay. So I can use up to 3 of these to defend. What am I on about? I can use up to 3 of these to work out what is being attacked, and of course is attacking the Law ship back. So we've got this castle here. That's pretty cool. That could be sort of like some sort of like defensive satellite, or another base, that sort of stuff. We have a moon, a crescent moon, so there could be a small moon sort of floating around that is currently under attack and fighting back. We've got a building. We've got a couple of buildings. We've got a home, more sort of like of a house thing. We've got a tower block there. We have the fountain right there. But we've got Yoss, who has suggested a moon base. So, okay, so let's put that there. So there is a small moon base that is currently under attack. So how about we use both of these? It is a moon? No, it's a starbase. So yeah, it is a heavily fortified defensive area, a heavily fortified defensive moon base that is being attacked by the Law Corps craft. Okay, cool. So, that's actually some really nice suggestions. Okay, magnifying glass could be searching for the moon, could be the Death Star, home of research crew, that kind of thing. So yeah, this is the kind of leaps of thought and imagination that really help Untold get firing. Cool. So we have a heavily fortified moon base, a defensive base that is filled with using the magnifying glass. That's filled with a research crew. What are they researching? Well, if I ask that question, we'll find out. Let us flip these again. So we're going to use up to 3 of these to try and work out what the research team there are researching. Now remember, it has to be something probably important, because if they're being attacked by the Law Corps, something a bit weird must be going on. So let's flip those and see what we got. All right, we've got a key, we've got a bridge, a tree, turtle, torch, faces, and a sleepy person. So any suggestions from the crowd? Maybe they're trying to unlock the secrets of the universe, looking for the key to the tree of life. Interesting. Could we bring sort of like Nordic extravaganza into the science fiction, which I kind of like. You can have something like they are trying to unlock the secrets to faster than light travel. But it has been, the reason they're being fired upon is because it has been banned. The research into it has been banned for secret reasons that we are unaware of. So yeah, I'm going to go for that, actually. I kind of like that one. So let me click this. So we're going to use the key, and we are going to use the torch. So they are trying to unlock the secrets to faster than light travel, which has been outlawed across the system by the Earth government. Okay, so that's our current thing. I think it's time for us to do an action. what are we going to do? Well, of course, we're a good, benevolent AI. We are here to apparently sort out a little bit of problem that we've got going on. Oh, my brother is calling from Holland, so I will give him a shout later on. In fact, I'll message him in a minute just to sort of like let him know that, yo, I'm streaming in a minute. Swipe to open. Hey, just live streaming. At the minute. Boom. Now he knows. I think message has gone through. I'm back. Okay. We're going to give it, if it dies again, and we can reschedule it for later in the week. But hopefully we'll be okay. We should be okay. So I'll click back into continue and we'll be all right. Okay. So we as Bob, the ship's AI, are going to sort of like try and step in and mediate, try and get this all sorted out. All right. So once the page uploads again, we will be good, and then we are going to see how the actions work. So that's all cool. So yeah, the weather here is trash today. We're in the middle of, I think, Storm Alex, I think they called it, which ain't great because when the weather is bobbins here, which it can be quite often. It does knock our router out a little bit, which is all not so great. Questions from the audience. Oliver says, is this Untitled Token now? Yes, it is. It's kind of, it's one of those private things, but if you ask politely, maybe we can share the link with you. We'll see how it goes. Cool. All right. We are going to step in. We, as Bob, are going to step in and try and stop this laser battle going on in front of us. So we're going to take the top card after we shuffle all of this. We're going to take top card, we're going to flip it, and it will tell us the outcome to what we are trying to do. So I am going to hail the Law Corps ship and ask them to stop firing so we can communicate with them. So let's see how it goes. It'll either be red or green, negative or positive, and we'll see how it is. All right, so fantastic. Green is good. They stop firing, but something else happens. Now, anytime you get one of these modifiers, which is either going to be an and or a but, we have to flip one of these reaction cards. And that will give us a little bit of inspiration as to what the but actually is. So they stop firing on the moon base. And they look upon us with shock and awe as they have heard of the tales of this wandering starship powered by an incredibly benevolent AI called Bob. They have heard things and they are absolutely terrified. And as they're absolutely terrified, they immediately turn tail and run away. bumping into a little bit of warp speed, and away they go, out of here, they're gone. So all that is left now is us floating in space with an open communications channel to a law court ship that has gone off all the way, just absolutely run away, kicking and screaming, and a moon base that is apparently very, very heavily armed. But at least they're not firing on us, so that is all good. I'm going to suggest we do another action. So we're going to take the action token, and now we're going to communicate with the folks on the moon base and see if we can get any information about what is going on. So we are aware from the episode of the show that they are researching the faster than light travel, and they really shouldn't be. But yeah, let's communicate with them and see what we can find. So yeah, as Oliver says, let's see what the moon base does next. So officially, when you are doing an action, you say "I am," or "I will," or "I want to," and then you fire, the rest of the sentence like that. So I want to communicate with the moon base and see if they will allow us to land. Okay. So we take the top card, we flip. Perfect. All right, so just a green card like that is a straight success. Everything is cool. They will allow us to land. So in my infinite knowledge of being able to fly this fantastic ship all the way around, we just sort of like let the boosters go, and down we go. Apparently, it's a trap. It might be. You never know. You never know what the dice will bring us. Okay, so we now are currently on the moon base. We are landed. I am going to download myself into my one of my avatar bodies. We will call this Avatar 1. I'm just going to scribble that down. Avatar 1 or Bobatar 1? Bobatar. I like that. Bobatar 1. Bum, bum, bum. Bobatar 1. Because, of course, if Bobatar 1 gets destroyed, there's always going to be backups. Like the Cylons in Battlestar Galactica, but polite and nice. Okay. Let's do a question. I'm going to ask, before we disembark, before Bobatar 1 gets off the ship, I'm going to ask, what do I know about these scientists? Let's see if we can find out some information about why are they researching something that is illegal? Okay, so we've got a lot of images to use. Let's make that a little bit bigger. I'm also going to get rid of the interface. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, what do I know about these people? And I'm going to go with a lot sort of like first gut reactions. Clock is good, says Oliver. Maybe they want to use it faster than light travel for time travel. Okay, that's cool. I'm liking that. So let's use that. And okay, how about this? Because I am Bob and I know all, because I am a super powerful AI. I like this office building, so a sort of like interstellar government office. So like the Earth government, basically. We know, after doing a little bit of checking in the background, we know that these scientists have been given a special permission to secretly look in to faster than light travel to see if it's possible to travel through time as well as space at great speed. Okay, so anytime you're coming up with things like this, it's always a good idea to write down notes. So I will write down faster than light equals time travel. Question mark? Cool. Bum, bum, bum. I like that. And with that information, it would appear that the Law Corps have not been informed that this secret investigation, this secret research project is allowed to take place. Now, we can move on to the next scenes anytime we want to, but I'm going to do one more action before we do so. Because, of course, now being in the Bobatar 1 body, I am going to go and do a thing. So the stairway, what do you call it? The thing that goes on all spaceships, and then you sort of like walk down the plank sort of thing. Walk down the plank, walk down the ramp. That comes down, and the Bobatar 1 walks up to meet the welcoming committee, who I guess are a little bit suspicious because, of course, who is this mysterious AI person thing, sentient being, and they'd like to know sort of like, you know, what's going on. But the legend of Bobatar 1 has preceded them. Let's put it that way. So I want to extend my hand in welcome, and so I say, hello, I'm Bobatar 1, and I'm glad to see you're okay. I hear that you're doing some investigations into time travel. So let's take the top card. Now, as 2 green cards have come out already, the likelihood of pulling a red one is higher and higher and higher, which is a bad thing, but we'll see what comes out. So I hear that you're doing time travel investigations. Okay, fantastic. This is a positive. So the leader of the moon base of the research scientists nods their head in agreement, but starts laughing ridiculously. They cannot stop themselves from laughing. So the question is, why are they laughing? Any ideas from chat? We will happily accept. It could be evil laughter. It could be evil laughter. I kind of like that, actually. That's quite sweet. Okay, so I'll take that. So they extend their hand and they say, yes, we are, of course. Under the advisement of the Earth Agency, we are, of course, investigating faster than light travel to see if we can use it for its time travel applications. But you're not supposed to know that. As a matter of fact, nobody is supposed to know that. And because of that, I shall ask you to, shall we say, stay indefinitely. And all of a sudden, there is a... and Bobatar 1 passes out as the guards, the security of the research team, pick up Bobatar 1 and push them away into the building behind them. And there is the end of the first scene. Okay, cool. Bum, 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 bum. So I'm going to move these ones that we've not used out of the way. When you're setting up the game as well, the token spots have these helpful little numbers in the corner, so it tells you exactly how many different things you're going to need. Well, I did say we're getting a bad connection, but hopefully it's going to stay on there. All right, so our current situation, before we kick into scene number 2, before the plot thickens. Bobatar 1, the AI that runs our starship, which we don't actually have a name for, but we'll come up with that over the course of the game. Bobatar 1 has interceded in a heated space disagreement with lots of lasers between a small Law Corps ship and a mysterious moon base next to a fiery sun. With that in mind, we did a little bit of scanning and we discovered that the research team have been working on faster than light travel, which apparently is illegal, but the Earth Agency has said, no, we need you to look into this so we can see if there's any practical applications for time travel. Knowing that we are there, the Lawcore ship fled, went away in shock and awe. We asked permission to land on the moon base. We said that, hey, thank you very much indeed for letting us land. We hear that you're working on time travel. And then an evil laugh kicked out and said, you're not supposed to know that. And then all of a sudden, we have been knocked out. Let's kick in to scene number 2, which is all questions. So we're actually going to ask up to 3 questions to find out what's going on in this next scene. So the plot thickens. You see how this line here, yoink, links to this line here, yoink. This means that the Lawcore that we placed earlier are going to be doing something. So if we have a look at our little scene terms icons here, the Lawcore apparently have an evil ally. So we're going to roll the story cubes. We're going to flip them up, and we are going to see who or what this evil ally is. All right, so I'm going to leave this to chat. You can choose which one of these 7 remaining story cubes. Of course, remember, these 2 have been placed and are out of play. They can potentially be moved later down the line, but we'll see how that goes in a little bit. For now, though, which of these, who are or what are the evil ally that we are going to be facing off against? Also, just had a message from Rory who's saying, hey, it's been weird, but would you like to get some cake for your birthday? So I'm in the middle of a live stream, maybe. But maybe I'll take him up on that later. We'll see how it goes. All right. Oliver has suggested the tree, a tree dweller faction. Okay. So I'm going to take it. I have no idea what maybe the tree dweller faction are twee. We'll see. I have no idea what they do, what they are, who they represent, but that's what the questions are about. So we now know that the tree dwellers are an evil ally of the Lawcore. So the way that the story is sort of like going, it looks like we can't really trust everybody or indeed anybody at the minute. So the researchers, they've blasted us. We don't know what's entirely going on, but we do know that somewhere in the background there is the Lawcore, who are in partnership, in league with the evil tree dwellers. So let's find out a little bit more about them. Let's ask a question without moving the entire board all over the place. Let's ask a question. And the question I would like to ask is, what do we know about the tree dwellers? Okay. Oliver is off. Thank you very much for joining us, Oliver. It's much appreciated. And again, yeah, thank you for the birthday wishes. Much appreciated as well. So let us see what we can find out about the tree dwellers. So let's ask a simple question. Where are the tree dwellers from? So if I roll all the cubes, okay, we have a few things that we can use. So remember, we can use up to 3 of these to like inspire our answer. They could be from a magical dimension. We can introduce a little bit of magic into our sci-fi extravaganza. They could be locked away on a strange planet somewhere. They could be I like using the speech bubble one to sort of like, talk of legend and myth and mythology. So yeah, okay, maybe that'll work. So how about we use a couple of them? They were locked away a long time ago by a benevolent force, and they have fallen into legend. So the last anybody heard of them is that they were magicked away onto a mysterious planet, so that nobody knows quite where the tree dwellers are, but they do know that they are a force for the bad. a force for evil. Okay. Some interesting stuff. Yoss says they could be locked away by the space police. That is true. And having locked them away, the space police, the law corps, have now fallen under their evil shadow. But yeah, so they have been hidden away on a mysterious planet somewhere. We don't know where. But for their own, for the protection of the universe, it was a long time ago. They have passed down into legend since the singularity kicked through. Okay, why, this is our next question, why are the law corps and the tree dwellers working together? Let's ask that question and see. Hit the R button, boom. So why are the law corps and the tree dwellers working together? We've got sort of like a tower block, we've got the abacus, a turtle, the faces, a house, and a teepee. Or a yurt. It could be a yurt, I guess. We'll see how it goes. So why are the law corps and the tree dwellers working together? All comes down to numbers, baby. It all comes down to numbers. They have incredible riches. The tree dwellers have incredible riches, untold, uncountable riches. And they have managed to insidiously infect the ranks over the decades, over the centuries. Oh, apparently I got a banner on. Ah, yeah, there you go. Sorry, there you go. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, so they have countless riches, an insane amount of money, and they have managed to insidiously break into the ranks of the law corps over the decades and the centuries since the singularity kicked in. And now they're going to use that ability to find themselves a new home. Where that new home will be, who knows? We shall find out. If anyone in the chat has a suggestion for a question, please let me know. We have one more question remaining here. So we know that the tree dwellers and the law corps, they came together because they were hidden away an incredibly long time ago, and as time progressed, they managed to sort of like insidiously insert themselves into the rank and file of the law corps, and now they are essentially a dark partnership that is working together to try and find the tree dwellers a new home, which I should probably write down because that's a new thing. All right, so tree dwellers, blah, 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 and the law corps are together, and they are looking. Blah, blah, blah. My notes are awful already. So they are looking for a new home. So the home that they currently have is secretive and hidden away. It's time for the tree dwellers to come back into the universe and push themselves forward as the evil that they are. Okay, so I don't need to use all the questions if I don't want to. So I think actually with that information, I'm going to move over to the next one, which is our heroic undertaking. So let's flip this next one. All right, so we're going to be going to a new location, and you see how we've got this this threat icon here, but it's got the yellow in it. It's also got the orange in it. If you've got that, it means that you can actually take a cube from previous and bring it up, as long as the surround of the original cube, the colors match. So we could move the law corps, or we could move the tree dwellers onto this spot. On top of that, we could also just use one of the remaining dice that aren't on the board yet. So let us see what we've got. But first, let's translate this. So at this location, this threat has captured us. So I think it's pretty obvious that we have been taken by the security people on the moon base. So let's see what we can find out. So using the tree dwellers or using the law core. Using the law core is probably not a great idea, because of course they were firing on the moon base earlier on. We could say that the tree dwellers have infested the not infested, have attempted to take over the research station, but I think I'd sooner put something new in here. So let's roll the cubes and see what we get. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep this one relatively simple. In the main building of the moon base, the powerful security guards, so like that's what the hand is representing. Oh no, do you know what we could get rid of? Instead of doing the powerful security guards, let's do this. So two guards, two specific guards. If you want to give them names, please fire away. Two specific guards have captured me, Bob, in my Bobatar 1 living body. Okay? So now we need to see what's going to happen next. We've got these 4 cubes remaining, and we've got questions we can ask, or we've got actions we can take. All right. I would like to try and break free. I think we'll do an action. I'm going to try and break free from the laser shackles that hold my Bobatar 1 body. So we don't need all 4. We just need one of them. So I'll put it over to the side. So I want to break free of the laser shackles using the Bobatar 1 body's incredible strength. So let's flip and see what we can do. All right. The worst outcome. So red, of course, is bad. So I fail miserably in breaking the shackles, and something bad happens on top of that, which would be inspired by this. Okay, so I try and break open the shackles and fail miserably. In fact, I fail so badly, I try and pull things apart, but my arm breaks and falls off. These are incredibly powerful, powerful things. So what am I going to do? I need to get out of here somehow. I need to try and work out what's going on. So how about if there's a Bobatar 1, that does of course imply that there is a Bobatar 2, potentially even more. So I'm going to do another action. I am going to keep sort of like basic Bobatar 1 systems rolling. But I will also shift my conscious over to a Bobatar 2 to see if I can go and maybe explore this moon base a little bit. So first of all, let's see if I'm able to actually get back into the moon base with a second body. So let's ask a question, and that question is going to be, is there any more security visible to me on the moon base? Okay. All right, so how about by using the information that's currently available to me, I could gamble and see if and I can actually do it pretty simply. So yeah, if I just did these two, using the information that I get from scanning the base, I can see that there is a positive outcome. I can see there is it's good news. It means that the 2 security guards are the only people who are currently armed and being security on the moon base. So that is a good piece of news. So I immediately download myself into the Bobatar 2 body, keeping basic systems going on Bobatar 1. And I am now going to try and sneak in to the moon base. Now, it'd be nice if I could get my Bobatar 1 body back because, you know, it's my favorite body. That's why it's the number one. So I am now going to try and sneak into a, maybe I can see if I can sneak in through the front door. Maybe I can look to see if there is a, you know, an alternate way in. So let's see what we can pull from here. My action I would like to do is I would like to search for an alternative way in that's just not going through the front door. So flip a card. I scan the building and discover that, yes, there is a perfectly helpful and useful manhole cover that I can remove with my incredible Bobatar 2 strength and enter into the system. All right, let's keep going. I'm going to do another. Oh, no, let's not do an action. Let's do a question. So this is going to be my last question for this. I'm going to ask a question and say, where does where have I discovered that the manhole system, the sewer system in the moon base, where can it lead me to? So let's see if we can find some places. Oh, right. Oh, I want to push F1. Ah, that's the button. There you go. That's the proper right button. Okay, so let's see what places we can end up in. Let's say that each one of the dice that we choose is going to give us a different place that we could potentially go to. Number one, the first and most simple thing, I think we should definitely use the key to say that we could access security. That's probably the easiest way to go. Number two, using the planet, we could access their information centers, for example, that has information on all of the planets around them, as well as all of the information on their all of their research. And last but not least, they could have a games room. All good space stations have a games room, don't they? I guess. Alternatively, there could be some sort of incredibly advanced scientific laboratory where we can't work out whether the difference between, you know, is this magic? Is this incredibly futuristic science? One of the two. So yeah, let's do those three. We'll just assume they have a games room. That's the way to go. So we could go to security, we could go to the information library, or we could go to their super futuristic laboratory, which is where, of course, they are going to be working on their faster than light stroke time travel extravaganzas. First things first, though, let's see if I can rescue myself. So I am going to take the Bobatar 2 body. I'm going to go to the security cells where Bobatar 1 is currently being held. Because, you know, 2 Bobatars are better than 1. And if I can manage to spring Bobatar 1, get past the security guards, then 2 heads are going to be, you know, super, super useful. So I would like to try and knock out, I guess, the guards. Do I knock them out? Do I try and sneak past them? I would like to, if we're going for something that nice sort of like light, silly sci-fi, both options would be really, really cool. So I think, yeah, I'm going to have Bobatar 2, and we are going to try and sneak. Because, hey, if I get caught, I can always bring out these if I need to. So let's see how or if I'm successful. So I surreptitiously move the manhole cover into the security cells and try very carefully to move my heavy AI-driven metal body delicately and daintily across the security floor. Let us see if we get caught. So, yes, I was not very good at sneaking, but so this is going to be the reaction of someone or something in the building. Okay. So sort of like embarrassed, strange feeling. Okay, so I make a noise. I make a lot of noise. So my silent sneaking is not successful. But at the last moment, Bobatar 1 makes some random gestures, makes some gestures to the security guards to try and distract them, saying that, "Oh, I'm not feeling very well, not feeling very well at all. Oh, dearie me. Oh, look at me. My cheeks are so red and so flushed. Oh, so I feel sick." The guards, of course, know that Bobatar 1 is an AI body and cannot vomit or throw up or anything like that. So they're a bit confused, but yeah, we'll see. So I manage, hopefully, maybe I've got myself another little bit of time. So I'm going to sneak up behind the two guards and I will do the whole two-fist clunk, hopefully, on their head. So let's see if I can knock them out with some well-timed knocks to the skull and see if I can free Bobatar 1. Top card. Perfect. Not only am I gloriously successful, I just go whack. Perfect synchronization. Both of the guards fall down face first onto the floor, fast asleep, two broken noses, not great. And Bobatar 1 is so happy to see me having come to rescue them. They burst into tears because, of course, Bobatar's pronouns are they, them. So burst into tears, filled with joy, and our scene comes to a close. All right. We are coming up on scene number 4, The Truth Revealed, where there's a nice stack of questions, or rather there is one question that we get to ask. So let's see how it goes. Flip up. All right. So our two security guards have apparently a nefarious plan, a dark agenda. So that dark agenda, it could have something to do with the jail, the security cells that we found ourselves in. It could have something to do with the fiery sun, or it can be something completely new. I'm going to go again for the completely new option because I like introducing new stuff into the game. We want to shuffle all of them, not just the one. Okay. So they have a secret dark agenda. And their dark agenda, let's say that they are looking themselves for something. What could it be? We can find out by asking this question. So they are looking for something or someone that is hopefully to do with the nefarious plans, or we'll see something else. So hit these again. So what are the security guards looking for? Okay. So we search around the security cells. Bobatar 1, Bobatar 2. Both very good at looking for stuff. And they turn on their special seeking lights, trying to find out what they can discover. And they eventually discover a small book that has a note written inside it that says, the fiery star that we have been surrounded, that we have been floating by, is going to be the new home of the tree dwellers. So they found a planet that is suitable for the tree dwellers to go and live on by this fiery star. So it turns out that our security guards are on the side of the tree dwellers as well. This conspiracy goes all the way up. All right. So the final showdown. So this is all action. This is all doing stuff. So we can have a brand new location, or we can use the fiery star again. And then we can bring back anything that's in a yellow or anything that's on an orange. So this one is a little bit more complex, but we'll see what's going on. Using the scene items that we've got, the scene terms. So at this location, this threat specifically is pursuing us, so they're chasing us. At this location, same location, this threat is accusing us. All right, so I think it'd be a good idea to bring at least the security guards. So they have woken up after we have donked them on the head. On top of that, let's shuffle, let's roll these and see what items and icons we get. All right, so let's use this. So running through the information stacks, so the information on the computer labs, the place where all of the information for everything they've been working on is hiding, has been hidden away. The two security guards have discovered us as we're trying to go and get some more information. The two security guards have found us, and they are now chasing us. Meanwhile, at the same time, let's bring those forward. So a broadcast from the Tree Dwellers' home base, their secretive home base, is now putting out rumors and lies about us, accusing us of being the enemy, of saying that we are the bad people, when really all we're trying to do is just find out some information. So let's do a couple of actions and see what sort of stuff we can do to deal with this situation. So do we want to try and deal with the security guards again? We've already knocked out. So they're not exactly super happy with us. Or do we want to try and deal with the information or the misinformation, let's put it that way, that the tree dwellers are sending across the skies, across the moon base, saying that we are the enemy and we need to be destroyed. So this mysterious voice comes over the intercoms going, "What on earth is going on? You must get these enemies, get these two Bobatars, take them down and destroy them." Okay. Got a drink all over my glasses. Congratulations on me. I think the first thing to do is probably try and take out the let's take out the comm system, because I would like to not be dealing with people shouting at me that I am a bad person, because we get that enough in real life. So let's try and sort that out. So I find a computer terminal, and I patch into it, and I am going to try and switch off the comm system to get this blooming noise sorted for once and for all. Let's see what happens. Okay, perfect, lovely. A little icon pops up on the screen, says comms disabled. So that issue has been dealt with. We have one more problem though, which is our little guards, our two guards who are chasing after us. I think it's time to give them names because it would be nice, because I think I get the feeling if we're going to do another episode of this, the guards might pop up again. It's always nice to introduce different characters as we go on. So yeah, have a think about what you might like to call the guards, and we'll see how they go. But we now need to come up with a plan of how to deal with them. So there's two Bobs, two Bobatars, Bobatar 1, Bobatar 2. There's two guards. Do I want to try and reason with them, or do I want to try and get some punchy going on? Maybe I try both. How about this? So my plan is I want Bobatar 1 with the broken arm. Of course, remember, still one broken arm, so not great. Going to need to get that repaired on the ship. Bobatar 1 steps out in front of the two guards with one arm up, but says that they want to give themselves up. They just want to talk, or rather, it's more like, I just want to talk, just want to find out what's going on. I'm hearing a lot of very, very strange things. I would like to just know what is going on. And hey, maybe I could just be on my way and leave you all to it, but I just want to know what's going on. And in the background, Bobatar 2 is ready to potentially strike again if needs be. Raymond, thank you very much for these suggestions for our two guards' names. That's Thrak and Goebel. Lovely. So these are our guards who may return at some point in the future. We do not know. Okay, so Bobatar 1 goes out. Hey, buddies, please stop chasing after me. I just want to know what's going on. So let's see if they are conducive to discussion. Okay, so the answer to that is yes, they both stop, they put their guns down. Let's see what our reaction is. But they are incredibly angry. They don't like it when people get out of their security cells. They do not like it at all. So they're not going to shoot us, which is great, but they are still relatively hostile. So Thrak and Goebel both very sort of like, oh, I'm going to get you. But will they actually talk to us? Okay, so let's have Bobatar 2 do something. Bobatar 2 steps out from behind, from the shadows, and just asks, like, says, can we help you? What can we do about, like, who is in control here? Who are they after? What's going on? Which is a question that a lot of us ask a lot of the time. So we need to convince them. So I have Bobatar 2 come out, and I try to convince Thrak and Goebel to say, so I say to them, can you just tell us what's going on? Tell us everything that is happening here. So Thrak and Goebel, Bobatar 2, having a conversation. They refuse to tell us absolutely anything. But Bobatar 1 has an intriguing smile on his face because Bobatar 1 still has the notebook that says a little bit of information. So we can use those notes to potentially try and divine what is happening. Bobatar 1 opens up the book and starts to read, and hopefully they'll find out some information about what's going on with the tree dwellers. They open up the book to a random page somewhere in the middle, and it does mention the tree dwellers, but it's all written in code, a strange code that I do not understand. However, the fact that I've got the book open and I've got the book on the Tree Dwellers page that Thrak and Goebel are well aware of, they're now looking a little bit nervous. I'm going to ask them to tell me everything. What's going on? What is the deal? And how far up the line does this go? As they're sort of like the co-heads of security on the ship, on the moon base rather, they should have access to plenty of information. We are, of course, in the information archives as well, so we could potentially go and hunt something down. Maybe we could hunt down the code. Okay, yeah, let's do that. We've already put the icon token over there. So let's see if we can find the crypto key to unlock the code here. So here in the information archives, Bobatar 2 hacks into a terminal, looks up the system files, goes to C, looks for cryptography, doesn't find anything, looks for K, finds key. Let's see what pops up. Nothing, absolutely nothing at all. It's too well hidden. How are we going to find out some information? Well, tell you what, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Let's just threaten them. So, Bobatar 2, who still, of course, has two very, very powerful arms, raises their arms above the heads of Thrak and Goebel and basically just says, look, if you don't tell us what's going on, it's nighty-night time again. And you've already been knocked out once. This time it's going to be for, you know, the big sleep. Success. We're going to find out something. All right, so they are so we are successful. Bobatar 2, their powerful threats have said, hey, okay, you are going to get the heck knocked out of you if you don't tell us something. So Thrak turns around and whacks Goebel. Absolutely knocks him out. Stone cold. Not killed, but just knocked out. And then he turns to us with the big derpy smile on his face and says, I'm willing to tell you everything you need to know because I'm on your side. And with that, because we've used all of our action tokens here, that brings us to the end of our episode. So we would now do our notes. So we would sort of like put down notes of everything that's happening and happened on the episode. So it turns out that one of the security guys is on our side, and we'll be able to use this information, find out more on the next thrilling episode of Bob in Space. So yeah, terrible name for a show, but hey, it's what we're working with at the moment. And that's kind of it. That's how it goes. You don't need to get to like a fully realized conclusion at the end of the episode, because you can always just play another episode afterwards, continuing the adventures as you go on. And that's it. I hope y'all enjoyed. Bit of a weird one, but I liked it. The story was fun. Thank you all indeed for helping me put the whole thing together. Don't forget, there are 5 copies of Untold to be given away. All you need to do is hit the links that you'll find here in the chat. You can also go to our Twitter, our Facebook, our Instagram. There's links there as well. And you could potentially get yourself a copy of Untold as well, a real life one. Also, if anybody wants to play an Untold game later down the line, I think it might be cool if we actually had like members of the chat actually come on and, you can be here, you can be on the screen, talking away and coming up with weird and wonderful sort of adventures of your own. But yeah, that wraps up for today. Hub Games wise, we are going to be back on Wednesday with another Hub Games Hangout, 7 o'clock UK time. Tomorrow, though, if you go here, twitch.tv/idlemichael, I'm going to be kicking off a new show tomorrow morning, so 11:30 UK time. It'll be on the YouTube channel as well, which is youtube.com/littlemetaltelevision. I'm going to update that though, I think. But yeah, for now, head to twitch.tv/idlemichael for a new show called Game Maker, where I am going to be basically designing games from the ground up. I'm working on a current project, which is sort of like codename Project Pyramid. If you like the little sci-fi aspects of today, it is a sort of like a light family sci-fi game in my head so far. But it's bare bones. I've worked out like a little bit of the theming and how I want it to work. But if you're joining me on Game Maker, then it will be basically putting the whole thing together. From like prototyping to just even working out the numbers in the background, that kind of stuff. But that'll be from tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. UK time, which is 12:30 in the afternoon if you're in Central Europe, and then ridiculously early, like 6:30 if you're on the East Coast of the States. So yeah, twitch.tv/idlemichael, go do a sub. That would be a lovely, lovely thing. Or just a follow, to be honest, would also be a lovely, lovely thing. And that's me done. Kind of out of there. Everybody who's joined us for the live, thank you very much indeed. Catch up as well on the YouTube as well if you want to. Jos, thank you, and thank you for your kind birthday wishes. Do we know the guest for Wednesday? We do not know the guest for Wednesday yet. Still thinking. It's been a weird time, but we'll pull somebody out for the guest, and we'll pull some sort of intriguing topic, I am sure. But yeah, for now, that's kind of it. Thank you for joining us for the Untold. Go try and get yourself a free copy. That would be a lovely, lovely thing. And I'll see you again for another stream tomorrow for my own one over on twitch.tv/idlemichael. And we'll be back on Wednesday evening for the Hub Games Hangout. See you then. Bye.